Member Niti Aayog, Dr. N. Kalai Selvi, DG CSIR, Lieutenant General Rajiv Chaudhary, PBSM, Director General Border Roads, Mr. Uttam Singh, Vice President Iron Making, Tata Steel, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, EIC IBMD. We have guests from NHI. We have guests, other guests from Border Roads Organization. Mr. Amit Ranjan, Chief of Marketing and Sales, Tata Steel. My colleague, Sri Satish Pandey, Principal Scientist, CRI, participating physically and online from CSR Family, Border Roads Organization, Tata Steel, ladies and gentlemen. This day is very special for all of us when processed steel slag aggregates railway rack is being flagged off from Tata Steel Jamshedpur to Arunachal Pradesh. This is to be used for road construction project of Border Roads Organization. We are deeply indebted to Vice President CSR, Dr. Jiten Singh Ji, who is a constant source of inspiration and motivation to take challenging societal problems and provide innovative technologies for the industries. Development of steel slag-based road construction technology has been possible due to the liberal sponsorship for research funding from Ministry of Steels. I deeply appreciate Tata Steel and BRO for reposing their trust in using this slag-based road construction technology of CSR Central Road Research Institute, Delhi. I assure we shall provide all our technical and scientific inputs for the successful execution of this steel slag-based road construction activity of Border Roads Organization. I thank all of you for your kind participation in this event. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Dr. N. Kalai Selvi, Director General, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, to give a brief overview of CSIR Technological Initiative for Steel, Slag, Road and Steel.
Yeah, Namaskar. Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Dr. V.K. Saraswat, Member Niti Aayog, esteemed experts, distinguished industries, and my CSIR family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, present media, pleasant morning to every one of you. Today is a very special day to CSIR because one of the CSIR laboratories, CSIR CRRI, they are demonstrating their technology skills in the form of steel slag roads, which are going to definitely make a big difference in the country in the coming days. When the Honorable Prime Minister is talking about waste to wealth related initiatives, CSIR has taken it as one of the prioritized areas. And among the 37 labs, at least 1/3 laboratories from the CSIR family, we are working in this particular area of waste to wealth by taking different types of waste, be it bio waste or chemical waste or e-waste. So in that particular aspect, this particular CRRI laboratory, which is here from New Delhi, they are working majorly on the steel slag residue, which is remaining as a waste. As all of us know, India is the second largest producer of steel, and we have a number of steel industries, and many of our steel industries are well known for their reputation and their production capability. At the end of the day, all these steel industries are coming up with the steel slag, which goes as a waste many times. And therefore, considering the waste for its valorization, this CRRI has taken special initiative and they have come up with a kind of a technology by means of which, instead of natural aggregates, this steel slag, valorized steel slag, could be used to make roads. So initially, they just made one road in Gujarat by taking the help of the Surat company, and this Hazra port is now getting itself connected to NH6. This is the first of its kind road which was laid using this particular technology, for which CSIR got appreciated, and we are finding a place in the India Book of Records and Asia Book of Records. Subsequently, the steel giant Tata Steels, they came forward to help us. Of course, the whole initiative is funded by Ministry of Steel. And on behalf of CSIR, I take this opportunity to extend and to express our heartfelt thanks to the Ministry of Steel. And of course, all our scientific initiatives are being triggered by the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology. And our special thanks are due to the Vice President of CSIR, Jitendra Singh Ji. And I thank Dr. V.K. Saraswat also, who has been instrumental in most of our activities to get ourselves connected with the funding agency as well as with the implementing agency. This is how, when it comes for implementation, Tata Steels, again the steel giant in the country, they came forward to help us, and with their help, NH33 is now getting this kind of a steel slag road. Without any hesitation, CRRI is now coming up with a kind of a recommendation that this steel slag, valorized steel slag based roads, we can reduce the thickness of the road to the tune of 30%. This could be made economically viable to the tune of 30%. And the shelf life of the roads, this is also going to be somewhere closer to 30 plus years. So by putting together all these positivities together, I think in the coming days, country will come up with a number of steel slag roads. And I take this opportunity again to place on record, along with thanks and appeal also from CSIR, that the Ministry of Steel can continue their funding, and Niti Aayog can continue to render your support in identifying suitable partners, both for funding as well as for implementation. And of course, our Minister of Science and Technology is on board with us in every activity. And I congratulate CRRI team for having demonstrated this particular technology already twice. And today it is taking a new initiative, which will be again elaborated by the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology. And along with all the CSIR family members, I'm extremely happy that our technology is one more time getting demonstrated at a bigger level through this border road organization. Thank you, one and all. Look forward to listen to the honorable members.
Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to call upon Mr. Satish Pandey, Principal Scientist CSIR CRRI and Project Leader Steel Slag Road, to share his insights on steel slag usage in road making and partnership with Tata Steel.
Respected Honorable Minister of State in charge of Science and Technology and Earth Science, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Dr. V.K. Saraswat, Member Niti Aayog, Director General CSIR and Secretary Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, Dr. N. Kalai Selvi, Director General BRO, Shri Rajiv Chaudhary Ji, Director CSIR CRRI, Dr. Manoranjan Parida Ji, Vice President Tata Steel, Shri Uttam Ji, august dignitaries and gathering joining this program physically and online across India on virtual platform. It's my privilege to share a translational research achievement of CSIR, CRRI and Tata Steel for conversion of BOF slag road making aggregate. Tata Steel being the India's oldest steel ton steel slag annually. The disposal of steel slag is a major concern in when under the time by Ministry of Steel Tata Steel together. We have developed the steel slag valve covered the basic oxygen furnace steel slag as road making aggregate for road construction purpose. During development of this technology, many interesting challenges associated with utilization of basic oxygen furnace steel slag in road construction are addressed. These challenges are the volumetric expansion characteristic of steel slag, its vesicular structure which inhibit its utilization in road construction, its unstable mineralogical phases which poses certain environmental issues if untreated steel slag is going to be utilized in road construction activity, entrapped metallic iron content, which can cause the corrosion in steel slag aggregates. So all these challenges have been addressed by CSIR CRI technology, and we have successfully converted the BOF steel slag as road making aggregate, which is duly tested in the construction of NS33 near passing from Jamshedpur under CSIR Central Road Research Institute supervision. Now, like the Border Road Organization is going to join this initiative, and we hope that by the utilization of this TC Steel Slag in border road construction in Arunachal Pradesh, a new era of road construction and development will be initiated in the country, where the waste material will be utilized as a substitute of natural aggregate in road construction. At the last, I would like to thanks Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, for accepting our invitation to do the virtual flag off of the railway rack going from Jamshedpur Tata Steel plant to Itanagar. And my sincere thanks is also due to Mr. T.V. Narendran, Managing Director, Tata Steel, who accepted our request to price steel slag rack on complimentary basis to Border Road Organization up to Arunachal Pradesh. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Lieutenant General Rajiv Chaudhary, PVSM, and Director General Border Road Organization to share the perspective of BRO for steel slag utilization.
Respected Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Dr. V.K. Saraswat Ji, Member Niti Aayog, Dr. Mrs. N. Kalai Selvi, DG CSIR, Dr. Manoranjan Parida, Director CSIR, CRRI, Shri Uttam Singh, Vice President Tata Steel, Shri Satish Pandey, Principal Scientist CSIR, CRRI, all other distinguished dignitaries, friends from media, all ADGs of BRO, Chief Engineers and BRO Karam Yogis, a very good morning to you all. Today is going to be a red letter day for BRO and Tata Steel. Under able guidance of Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, when the train would be flagged off carrying steel slag from Jamshedpur to Itanagar, facilitate construction of one of the most important strategic roads in Arunachal Pradesh. BRO is a premier construction organization for infrastructure development along our western, northern and eastern land borders. Its 17 projects, day, night, are working in 11 states and 3 UTs, plus 1 in Bhutan. BRO has always been experimenting with new technologies in roads, bridges, tunnels, and construction of airstrips to accelerate pace of work, enhance quality, and save government funds to optimize resources in order to provide better connectivity at far-flung areas where other construction agencies are not able to work. To name a few new initiatives which we have taken is geocells in Ladakh and Arunachal, cementation base again in Ladakh and Arunachal, non-frost susceptible sub-base on highest road of the world at Umlingla, slope stabilization to mitigate landslides, plastic coated aggregates, precast technologies, white topping, modular bridges, and finally cut and fit technology to hasten the road construction activity, especially in Arunachal Pradesh. And these are all being done under explicit directions of Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji, in line with Honorable Prime Minister's vision of sustainable lifestyles and climatic justice to protect the poor and vulnerable from adverse impacts of climatic change, and to be at the forefront of India's decarbonization efforts. All this and more could not be achieved without able guidance of our Honorable Minister of Science and Technology. In the end, I must thank Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, CSIR, CRRI, Tata Steel, and Shri Satish Pandey ji, without whose hard work this initiative would not have taken shape. Jai Hind, Jai BRO.
I would now request Dr. V.K. Saraswat, member Niti Aayog, to share his thoughts on valorization of steel slag under the initiative of Waste to Wealth.
Namaskar, good morning. Honorable Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, Dr. Kalai. Am I audible? Dr. Kalai Selvi, Director General CSIR, Director General BRO. I presume that MD Tata Steel is also present. Director CRI, Dr. Parida, and my very close associate and friend, Dr. Satish Pandey, who has been responsible for developing this particular technology of using steel slag for construction of roads. As all of you know, SS Aggregate has a very well-known application in road construction, such as hot mix asphalt, cement, concrete mix, anti-skid layer, granular base and sub-base layers. Steel slag also meets all important physical characteristics of aggregates laid down in the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways as specification for road and bridge work, which is about 2001. Which is for preparation of the bituminous concrete mixes. I recall my meetings with all the scientists who have been involved in the development and the usage of steel slag about 3 to 4 years back, when I thrown up a challenge to our CRRI that they should develop the technology for making use of the steel slag for road construction and making aggregates. And I would like to congratulate the team CRRI who has been successful in doing that. As a result, the first ever steel slag road made up to 100% processed steel slag has been built in Hazira Industrial Area, Surat. It was developed by Arsan Mittal in collaboration with CSIR India, and Niti Aayog was also instrumental in pushing that particular activity. All of us are aware of the fact that in steel industry in India is producing about 24 million tons of blast furnace slag and about 12 million tons of steel slag annually. It is expected that blast furnace slag generation will reach up to about 45 to 50 million tons, and BOF slag will be around 15 to 20 million tons per year by 2030. Electric arc furnace and other induction furnace slag generation is also expected to increase to more than 10 million tons per year from the present level of around 5 million tons by 2030. In the past, utilization of steel slag was very low, except for some mixing in the sintering, which has resulted in the accumulation of large quantities of steel slag in every plant. In fact, I have been privy to many of the visits during many of the visits to steel plants, where huge mounds of steel slag are piled up, and they are becoming a climate hazard as well as occupying a lot of space. Now, this technology which has been developed by CRRI for doing the steel slag for construction of road is a very, very great initiative. And I am very happy to note that the Tata Steel has also now decided to work with DRO to set up a very long road from Jamshedpur to Itanagar, which is going to be a path-breaking work as far as this activity is concerned. There are other usage of the steel slag which we have been requesting, and it should also find application. Indian Railways break large number of hills and they make ballast out of it. Now the steel slag can actually be made use of for creating that ballast, and that will solve the problem of this kind of a inundation of our hills and creating climate problem. I would be very happy if the Indian Railways and the CRRI are in a position to carry out this particular development and come up with the solution thereof. The steel slag for the other activities like construction of road, what we are talking, it should be mandated now that instead of using the aggregates coming from the hills and mountains, it is better to go for huge generation of the steel slag, and this particular activity should be done at a large scale in association with the steel industry, which will reduce the climate pollution, bring in circular economy, and also ensure that we have a durable and less and cost-effective road construction along the country. we should work now to lay down the right standard to a BIS and other agencies like MES, CPWD, PWD, all of them should be now mandated to use the steel slag for the road construction. Our request to the Honorable Minister Sir is that this particular activity, if he is also able to push through the labyrinth of our process of certification, it will be of great help. And particularly the Railway Ministry to come up with the aggregates, it will solve many problems. With these few words, I would like to congratulate BRO, Tata Steel, and CSIR for doing this wonderful work and hope that this particular road construction which has been identified between Jamshedpur and Itanagar will really set a good example for others to follow. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Government of India, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, for his keynote address on this occasion.
General BRO, General Rajiv Chaudhary, Director General CSIR, Dr. N. Kalai Selvi, Principal Scientist CSIR, Satish Pandey, Director CSIR CRI, Dr. Manoranjan Parida, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, Mr. Uttam Singh, and Mr. Amit Ranjan from the Tatas. At the outside, I officially and formally owe to compliment the colleagues in the CSIR, our counterparts in the Ministry of Steel, the BRO, and the Tatas for this collective effort. And I must say, through this ceremony, we are in a single moment celebrating more than 3 or 4 such accomplishments. A, that we are living up to the mantra that Prime Minister Modi has been reiterating time and again, the application of science to bring ease of living. And this is one of the best manifestations of that. All of you will recall that right from day one, Prime Minister has made a conscious effort to integrate the various science departments and the science ministry with the different ministries so that each other knows the applications available to them of their relevance. And I'm glad, as a part of this same exercise and sequence, CSIR is now become a very household name in most of the ministries and government of India, which was not so till a few years ago. For example, the helibound technology developed by them is being put to use by the Jal Shakti Ministry. The drones developed by them are being used by the Agriculture Ministry. The drug trials done by them are being used by the Ministry of Health and also the ICMR. And continuing the same sequence today, we are engaging ourselves with the Ministry of Steel and also with the Ministry of Road and Transport. So it is also a celebration of the new technologies that have been continuously one after the other developing in different streams of science through different departments. And I can say with a reasonable amount of confidence that India today is at par with the best of the technologies available anywhere in the world. And the kind of technology-driven life that we have now got used to, I think it's quite in keeping with the fitness of things that we are putting it to the optimum use. Third, as was being mentioned by DG CSIR, the mantra of converting waste to wealth, which is now gaining ground all over the world, and so also in our setup. And this is one of the very good applications or very good experiments in waste to wealth phenomena. And at the same time, also we are celebrating the integrated approach or the whole of the government approach that again Prime Minister Modi has been emphasizing upon time and again. While here we have at least 4 different major agencies coming together, let's not forget that each of these 4 is in itself an empire, whether it be the Tatas or the BRO or the CSIR or the Steel Ministry. And therefore, by coming together of these 4, many other ancillary agencies also come together. So I think it's one of the best examples of desilization and an integrated approach and connecting with the industry that we have been time and again saying. So we have been emphasizing that in each of our new initiatives, industry should become a stakeholder right from the beginning. And I'm glad I must compliment the Tatas that they have come forward to set an example through this pilot project. Now, as was being mentioned earlier, through this ceremony today, we are going to put into use 1,600 metric ton of steel aggregate, which was developed by the Tatas. And I believe the annual production of the steel aggregate of similar nature is about 19 million ton, which means that we have abundant resource of this, which can be put to a wider application. And I'm sure through this pilot project, we'll also be able to learn, gaining from this experience, we'll be able to carry it forward. The other part of it is that's going to be cost effective. It's going to reduce the cost by nearly 30%. And the strength of the road constructed thereof would be 3 to 4 times more. So and also that we are also living up to the government's priority for the Northeast. In the last 7-8 years, Northeast is being cited as the development model of the Modi government. And I'm sure this will add one more feature to that development model. And like many other things, the beginning is also being made from Northeast. So in the end, because the webinar, we don't go on and on, I would just compliment that we are, or maybe India is now, today, formally entered into an era of steel roads. From concrete roads to steel roads, I think a matter of great celebration. Thank you and congratulations, all of you, once again.
Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, I would now request Vice Steel to share his thoughts on value creation from.
No, thanks. So, the minister has spoken. So, I just want to wish a good afternoon to the Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Dr. V.K. Saraswat, Member Niti Aayog, Lieutenant General Rajiv Chaudhary, DG BRO, Brigadier Anirudh S. Kanwar, Chief Engineer BRO, Project Arunak, Dr. N. Kalai Selvi, Director General CSIR, Professor Manoranjan Panda, Director CSIR, Colonel Naveed Kumar Shah, Chief Works Planning, Project Arunak BRO, Mr. Satish Pandey, Principal Scientist, CSIR, Colonel Ajay S. Kapoor, and Mr. Vinod Kumar, and all my Tata Steel colleagues. So I just want to actually thank all of you to make this happen and to give Tata Steel an opportunity to create a product from waste and create value for the whole, not only for the company but for the whole country. And I'm sure, as Mr. said, that this will be a very path-breaking product which will change the face of the road making and the road industry construction for the whole country in general. So we actually look forward to many more such small opportunities. And thanks again, once again, to give this opportunity to us. And we look forward to participating in many more such projects. Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. The time has now come to flag off the dispatch of first rake of processed steel slag to Border Roads Organization project. I request Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, who is connected with us online, to flag off the rake virtually. I would also request Uttam Singh, Vice President, Iron Making Tata Steel, along with Dr. Manoranjan Parida, Director CRRI, and the dignitaries who are present here physically to do the honors, please. With the permission of Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Government of India, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, we now take permission to flag off the rake.
कंटेनर पे थोड़ी ये वाली इससे निकलेगी नजदीक वाले प्लेटफॉर्म से जानी चाहिए ये वाला ये सजी हुई कंटेनर का खुला होना इट इज आइटम टू वेस्ट बाय बैटरी
Permission has been granted for the flag off. Will now proceed for the flag off, please. Congratulations, everyone. I request all of you to take your seat, please. Request everyone to please be seated. This brings us to the end of today's program. Requesting Mr. Amit Ranjan, Chief of Marketing and Sales, IBMD Tata Steel, to formally propose a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. Honorable Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister of State for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Mr. Uttam Singh, VP Iron Making Tata Steel, Dr. VK Saraswat, Member Niti Aayog, Lieutenant General Rajiv Chaudhary, DG BRO, Dr. N. Kalai Selvi, DG CSIR, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, EIC IB MD, Brigadier Anirudh S. Kanwar, Chief Engineer BRO, Project Arunank, Dr. Manoranjan Parida, Director CRRI, Colonel Naveen Kumar Shah, Chief Works Planning BRO, Mr. Satish Pandey, Principal Scientist CRRI, Colonel Ajay S. Kapoor, GM NHAI, PIU Jamshedpur, Mr. Vinod Kumar, ARM Tata Nagar, my colleagues from Tata Steel, representatives of media, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this historic occasion of the first ever dispatch of steel slag rake to Arunachal Pradesh for the road construction for BRO project. I, on behalf of Tata Steel, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all who graced this occasion with their presence and all those who shared their valuable thoughts and experience with us today. We thank our Minister of State for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences for sharing his encouraging thoughts on Waste to Wealth initiative of Government of India. We all are inspired by your support, sir. Further, I also wish to express my gratitude to all other dignitaries who shared their views and initiatives taken for valorization of steel slag. Basically, it's an industrial byproduct generated during steel making process. It's your support and collaboration which has helped Tata Steel in spearheading this journey of value creation from byproducts and create benchmark in the steel industry for adopting the principle of circular economy. It's indeed a moment of great pride for all of us to partner in this nation building and sustainable initiative for construction of border roads by utilizing Tata Agrito, the processed steel slag aggregates. I sincerely thank CSIR, CRRI, and BRO team for the same. I would like to congratulate all for this path-breaking initiative. We all are thankful to Ministry of Steel, Niti Aayog, NHAI for their consistent support in our slag valorization initiatives. We would like to acknowledge our gratitude to the Indian Railways and especially the Southeastern Railway for their unstinted support in our various initiatives. I would like to take this opportunity also to thank senior management of Tata Steel, Mr. Uttam Singh, VP Iron Making Tata Steel, who has kindly graced this occasion, and he has been a guiding light in Tata Steel's journey of waste to worth. Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, Executive in charge of IBMD division, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, who is a consistent source of encouragement, and under his leadership, we are taking newer initiatives in the domain of circular economy of Tata Steel. Thank you, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, an event like this cannot happen overnight. We have been fortunate enough to be backed up by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues from corporate communications, One IT, and our logistics team who have put together this event. I once again thank the railways team, DRM Chakradarpur, ARM Tata Nagar in helping us with the infrastructure for the event and making it successful. I thank you all for being with us today. It's been a great pleasure. Thank you very much.
So our media friends are here, so they would like to take some video bites, and I think this is the right time when there is no noise here. So I think we can start from here. Uttam sir, you can come here and